Hi, this is Brian. This is my hopefully short and to the point video on introducing your Linux server to a network, configuring a static IP address, changing your host name, and enabling SSH for remote terminal login. So we're going to get right down to it. So make sure you're logged into your Centos. As I'm using Centos on here. Make sure you're logged in as a super user. First thing you're going to do is type in host name, and you'll see that mine is not configured. It's still localhost local domain, or it hasn't been changed yet. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into the file. You're going to cat your etc sysconfig /network file, and you're going to see this come up here. So I had already done mine. You should see host name. This line is going to be changed to what you want your host name to be. In my case, it's Brian Holmes Centos 16. So you're going to use to change that V. So you're going to V that file, and then you're going to come down and you're going to just use the X key. X will delete one at a time. WQ exclamation point to save, and you'll see that'll take you back out. And to verify that that was changed, you want to cat the file, and you'll see that it was certainly changed in that file. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to cat your etc hosts file, and I didn't put a space. And this file comes up. So what you're going to want to do on this file is you're going to create a third file on here. Third line, I should say. So you're going to v etc hosts, and you're going to go down to the third line. The way to do that is go to the end of this line and hit the letter O, and that'll jump you to the third line. And you're going to type in the IP address that you want to set for the system. For my system, it's going to be 10.0.0.240. And you're going to put a couple spaces, and you're going to type your host name. And you're going to hit escape :WQ exclamation point, and that will save everything. And you can cat that file just to verify, and you'll see that that line was added on there. Now, third thing you're going to do is type your host name again, and you'll see that your host name still shows localhost local domain, so you have to change the host name cached in your RAM. So you're simply going to type one more time host name, and then the host name that you chose. Now if you type host name again, you'll see it comes up as your new host name. So that was pretty simple. Nothing too complicated there. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go back out to your GUI, your GUI, and you're going to click right up here on your network connection, but you're going to right click it, and you're going to go down to edit connections, and that's going to bring this little menu up. You're going to hit your auto ETH0, ETH0. You're going to hit edit. Now, if it's not already there, you'll hit add, but you hit edit. When you hit edit, it brings this up. You're going to jump over to the IPv4 settings. Now, in your case, this is probably going to be blank. So I can delete this. So if it's blank, you hit add. And in the first field, you're going to type the IP, the static IP that you already set in your host file. So you're going to hit 10.0.0. whatever your address is. Go to your next your net mask. Now it's going to be 255.255.255.0, And then in the third field, you're going to type your default gateway. In my case, it's 10.0.0.1. Now your DNS servers, I use Google. You can use whatever ones you like. Google works well. It's quick and easy. It's 8.8.8.8, no space, comma, 8.8.4.4. And when you type all this in, it should look just like that. You'll hit apply. It's going to ask you for your password for your root because you're making changes to your network settings. And that's it. Close that box out. Now, go back to your terminal and you're going to want to type one more command in. You're going to want to type service network restart. Now, we're going to verify this. We're going to type ifconfig, and you'll see right here my static IP is set at 10.0.0.2. This will show your default gateway, your static IP, your net mask, your carrier speed. That's a good tool, and it even shows your DNS. This is a good verification that everything is in there correct. You could also look in your Etsy resolve file. And you'll see right there it has your name servers listed. That's your DNS server. So everything was done correctly then. Now you're going to want to be able to remotely access this. So what you're going to want to do is clear your screen, and you're going to want to check the status of your SSH. So you're going to type status SSHD or service SSHD status. Now if you're right now, it's running. So what you're going to want to do, I'm going to shut it down for just for the sake of doing this. So type the status again. You'll see it's stopped. It should be stopped if you're listening to this. If for any reason it is running, then you don't have to do anything. But you're going to type start, service SSHD start. And you'll see starting SSHD, and then you can go and you can type in the status once more and it should say running. Now, that being said, you're going to want to configure it so that if you just let it go now, you could have a putty session open now, but if you want to configure it to always have SSHD enabled whenever you boot the system up, there's one more command you have to go into. It's check config SSHD on, and I spelled it wrong. It's chk config, and that's it. You could do your service network restart again. And one way to check it is we can see if we are able to putty in. You may need to reboot the system. I'm actually not 100% sure, but we could also, before we do anything, we could try. And there it is. And I could log in as my student account. And there we go. So that is a quick tutorial on how to configure your Linux system and introduce it to the server. My next video will be on SCP. That will be the next one I do. Thank you.